Coincidence. You had off last week and it was my birthday, so it was kind of coincidence.
Oh, well, happy birthday, by the way, bud. Happy birthday,
Thanks.
by the way.
I mean, I know it was a coincidence, but it was just so fitting. I am not going to say how old I am. Then again, you probably already know anyway.
You can tell me how old you are. I don't make fun of people's ages.
You want that? Then when human years are dog years. All right, 56 in human years.
You
In dog years, 358. Ugh.
can 58.
358 in dog years. Yuck.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, hang on a minute. Hang on a second. I got to
Hey,
do
we
the
got a
math
game
here.
here now. Whoa.
Does that make you 52?
58. 56. 56.
58.
56.
56. Okay.
Yep. Away we go.
All right, guys. Welcome and happy Thursday. This is the Walker Report. We are part of NGSC Sports, guys. Remember the website? It's ngscsports.com. And, oh, yeah, by the way, we are streaming live on YouTube right now. I finally figured out how the hell to do that. All these time of having Zoom, I finally figured out how to simulcast this to YouTube as well. So now I don't have
That's
to.
my career.
I don't have to post the show to YouTube tomorrow because it'll already be recorded on there already. So I don't have to do that.
Yipe.
How's everyone doing? Everyone doing good?
Not too terrible.
Good. Good to hear.
Well, my career is over now, so okay, well.
Well, speaking of careers being over, what about the Vegas Knights firing their head coach and hiring John Tortorella? How about that?
You went from
I
bad to
don't know
worse.
about that.
What's going on in Vegas?
First of all, come on, there's only 8 games left in the season. Why would you want to hire him now? I mean, let the finish out the year. I mean,
Exactly.
you're not going to make the players think about hiring a new coach now anyway. So let him finish out the year. You can hire John Tortorella next year, which will go from bad to worse. Really.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But the Knights were in the playoff push.
Yeah, exactly. They're in the, yeah, he's exactly right.
It's still
And
8
so
games.
I don't. And it wasn't like they're third in the Pacific.
Mhm.
They're only 5 points behind Anaheim with 8 games left. I mean, it's not. It's a lot. 5 points in 8 games is to make up is quite a bit, but it's not insurmountable.
No, not at all.
And it's not like I don't know, maybe they were just playing bad under Cassidy and management wanted to go into a different direction. Maybe I just don't understand as someone on the outside looking in, I haven't followed Knights hockey all very closely all year. So maybe there's more to that than what we've been told, and somebody will write a tell-all book in 10 years about what really happened. But I don't know. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he was sleeping with somebody's wife or something. I don't know.
Could be.
Yeah, the assistant coach. Oh.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he's sleeping with one of the managers.
Actually, no. With the scorekeeper's third cousin. Oh, okay.
Right.
I can do this all night,
Well, and then look at this. You have a roster with Noah Hannafin, Jack Eichel, and Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner just got there. He just signed there this year.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm not dissing on John Tortorella because he was our head coach here in Tampa for our first Stanley Cup and for many years after that, so he got fired. But
right, and I think but that's the thing with Torts. And maybe he can be the catalyst to win another cup in
Vegas.
But he's not a long-term fix. He's never been a long-term fix anywhere he's gone.
No.
Right.
He can come in and he can be that hard-nosed, no-nonsense, take no prisoners, tough guy for a couple of years. And after a while, it wears on you. You know,
Hmm.
you got grown men, and it's not the 1970s anymore, where that carrying
Exactly.
on, screaming, run through a brick wall, be an asshole thing
Yeah.
takes. You guys, guys don't don't respond to that like they did 30, 40 years ago from the head
No.
coach.
And I know because I lived through that. Yeah.
And it, and towards he's an old school head coach, for want of a better term, and that just doesn't, after a while, it grates on your nerves. And I've seen it happened in Tampa, it happened in Philly, and
New
Hmm.
York.
it happened in Columbus,
Especially
With
LA,
the
when.
Rangers too, right?
and
Lou?
New
Oh yeah.
York. Yep, yep. Especially if you're losing. And
Yeah.
Torts can't handle, that's the thing that
Right.
he can't handle, is losing. He can't handle losing.
No.
And I totally different, but in the same kind of thinking. And when they were doing Star Wars, the original Star Wars in '77, Lucas wrote all this stuff down, and he gave it to the actors, said, "Just do it." And Harrison Ford, he played Han Solo, right?
Yes.
And saw an interview with him years later, after they'd gone on to wild success. And he's like, he talking about Lucas, well, I wrote it down, just do that. And Harrison, his quote was, and I know I'm probably butchering it, but it was something along the lines of, you can't just do that.
Right.
And Torch has always struck me as that kind of a coach, where I wrote it down, just do that. And the other thing, and the thing about the other, something that I talk about all the time, especially in football, but it applies to hockey as well, is the other team is allowed to make plays.
Hmm.
The other five
Yeah.
guys on the other six guys on the ice are just as determined as you are to play as good as they can and try to score and try to stop you from scoring. And
Correct.
and
Hmm.
and and for all of his bluster and his muster, that Torts has, um sometimes the other team just makes a better play, sees a thing that your guys just missed. They didn't do anything wrong necessarily. They weren't out of position. They weren't taking, they didn't take a miss. They didn't misread the play. The other team just made a better play.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Well, I agree too. I think in mostly all of sports, except, well, I'd say the hard ass coaches like him, I think, are a thing of the past. I think we've gotten more
Yeah.
into guys like, and Dion is not a X's and O's guy, but Dion's a player's coach. He's the guy that is going to be the father figure, but he will tan your ass if you make a mistake. So what I'm saying is, you're getting away from these coaches like the John Grudens in the NFL, which
Mhm.
I'm assuming John will come back as a head coach
Yes.
sometime in the near future. Maybe not. I mean, he has a pretty cool gig with Barstool Sports, so it
Yeah,
is what it is. But I think as far as oh, we just scored shorthanded Sorelli. I think
Dino Sorelli?
I'm sorry.
You mean Dino Sorelli?
Oh no, Anthony Sorelli.
Anthony
We're playing
Sorelli.
the Penguins. They were on a
Right.
power play to start the
Yeah.
second period, and we just tied the game shorthanded
Yep.
on a shorthanded goal.
Yeah. I
Um,
see the score here. There it is.
but I think the tale of the hard coaches, other than who's the head coach for UConn's basketball team, men's basketball team.
Oh yeah. Oh
He just did an interview, and
yeah.
Dan Hurley. Is it Dan
Yeah.
Hurley?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's Ian Hurley.
Okay. He might be the only one left that is like that. Um, I
yeah.
mean, I could be
Oh,
wrong, and let me know if I am wrong. There might still be those hard ass coaches out there,
Ron
but they're not.
Calipari's kind of like that too.
I'm
John
sorry, bud.
Calipari. John Calipari. He's kind of like that too.
Yeah.
Do you think though he's kind of toned it down over the years? I don't think he's as hardcore as he
Well,
used to be.
that does happen with age, of course, but he was known for being
Right.
a hard nosed coach back in the 80s and 90s. So yeah, I mean, sure he's lost his step, but come on, he is 74 years old. I mean,
Would you call Coach K that type or no?
yeah, I would mellowed
Okay.
out in later years, but in back in the heyday of Duke, when they were just starting to become a powerhouse, yeah, I would think that. He
Okay.
has toned down though as he was getting close to retirement.
Okay. Okay.
Then again,
I
most
mean
coaches
that
I think get like that. They mellow out and as they advance in their years.
and you know what? Who knows? I think what is there like 6 games left? I think in the NHL season could be 7 for
Give or
some
take,
teams.
depends on the schedules.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, I might be going in a couple weeks on Monday to watch the Red Wings and the Lightning at Benchmark International Arena. Um,
Oh, I wish I could go to that.
but I just think that, and who knows? Adam could be right. Torts could end up turning whatever momentum that team has for another Stanley Cup with the Knights because they've already won one anyway under Cassidy.
Yep.
So
Yep.
all the pieces are there. Like you said, it's not like this team is completely out of the playoff picture and they're just
Yet.
retooling. They're in the
Which
playoff.
that's what made me wonder about them firing Cassidy in the first place.
Do you
Yeah.
think, but it could be maybe it's a new voice? So I know it gets to the
Yeah,
point where
maybe.
it's a new voice in the locker room.
Uh-huh.
It was bizarre to me to see that the other day, and I had to. I said that's got to be something that we can chat about tonight. Is like I got to bring that up because it was weird out of the blue that you see a playoff team get rid of their head coach a mere 10, 8, 9 games left in the season.
Yeah. Which
This late in the season.
yeah.
So
Now, it's not unusual for a non-playoff team to let a head coach go
right.
Right.
so that they can, because they want to look at somebody else or they just, they want to get a fresh face in there or they,
Mhm.
they know they're not going to bring him. They know they know they're going to get rid of him. So why string it out any longer? So you can start looking for other jobs and.
Mm-hmm. And then I get in some cases too. I know not so much. Well, NHL, but there are some players that won't play for certain coaches either because they just don't like the way that
Right.
they're told what to do, or they don't. Maybe they've had a past experience with that coach that they're like, I'm not playing. I want
I'm not
out.
going through this again.
Yeah,
Mm,
exactly. I'm not going to go through this again. And that could be another thing that could maybe he pissed off somebody in the locker room. Cassidy
yeah.
did, and the player's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, if you don't get rid of him, I want out. And Vegas is like, okay, we'll make the change then. Who knows? Again, we'll find out more as
Yeah.
when the season ends for them. I'm sure there'll be some beat writer or some writer that will come out with an
Yeah.
article that talks about that.
You could have also say, fired. You can't fire me. I quit.
Yeah, I quit. There you go. There you go. Tiger Woods, guys. I don't
Oh,
know what to say about Tiger.
idiot.
Another UI incident. Um, I
Yeah.
guess he was supposed to be the Ryder Cup captain next
Not
year,
anymore.
and he's decided to step away. Um, I don't believe that it's alcohol. I think it's more of pain medication. I think
Yes.
is what
Mm,
the issue is,
Yes.
from what I've read. And they found pills on him when
Two.
they arrested him,
mm,
or when they when the investigation was going on.
Yes. Two
right.
Um,
pills.
but then again, the guy's been through what? Multiple back surgeries. He had
7
his leg
back
operated
surgeries.
on.
And
Yeah.
20 operations. Ugh.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, Lou. Okay. So you after a while, your body aches everywhere. So you have to
Es-
do something to get rid of that pain.
Especially as you get, older, because he's now 50 years old. But in the picture that I saw, he looked like he was about close to 90. Ugh. I mean, he
Yeah,
looked
yeah.
awful.
That's what a lot of people said about his mugshot, that he looked like a U.S. president. You know, when they all get sworn in, and then 8 years later or 4 years later, they look like they've
Well, like a
aged
dead
30
president.
years. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Well,
that's
you
what they
know,
said. They like, Tiger aged like 40 years.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they were talking about
I
that.
Overnight.
I don't think people realize how much physical and mental strain playing golf at a high level is.
Well, yeah, true.
I mean, it's a non-contact sport, so people don't think of it as a physical sport. But it's so much more mental than it is physical.
Yes.
You can have a normal round, but you can shoot a 68 on a Sunday, be 4 under par or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was Sunday at the Masters. It wasn't a Tuesday afternoon at the local links,
Right.
So, those rounds of golf are just that much harder on your psyche and your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then on
Absolutely.
top of that, in Tiger's case, in the case of Tiger, he has had the physical issues that he's had over the course of the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Uh-oh.
lovely.
But,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm a fan of his. You know, when he won the Masters in 2019, I was shedding tears. I'm not afraid to admit that. I was crying like a new baby. I mean, it was pretty
Overjoyed.
emotional to see him win again, because we never, as a golf
Yeah.
fan, we never thought in the world that would happen again, ever. And to see him do that and then hug Charlie, who was his son, and if you remember when he won his first Masters in '97, he hugged his dad, Earl, when he came off the green.
Yes. Yes, I
And
remember
that
that.
was the moment that's idolized, for golf fans and Tiger fans around the world. And you know, obviously, if he's going to go to rehab, if that's what he's going to do, he needs. I listened to Dan Patrick today, and I guess one of his guys um, was an alcoholic, and he woke up one day and said, "I need help. I need to stop this." And I guess he's been alcohol free for 1,000 days. But what I'm saying is, the first, again, as we all know, for addiction purposes, the first thing that you admit as an addict is, I have a problem.
Yes, you need
That's the
help.
first thing.
Yeah.
I have an issue that I need help with. I need to reach
Right.
out, and we've talked about that on here in the past, where hey, anyone out there too, anyone's going through a rough time, there's always people that are out there to help. Don't take actions. Don't do something stupid to hurt yourself or hurt somebody else when there's help out there for you to go get help.
Yes.
And I think in this case, he needs to go, I guess, go for prescription medication. I'm guessing that's what his addiction is.
Yeah.
Go to rehab to get some kind of help for that,
Right.
and then come back. I really honestly believe that if he has any, I really honestly believe, guys, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think he goes to the Champions Tour, because at that point he can use a golf cart, because they
Yeah.
use carts as long as it's not a major. They're allowed to use golf carts. So I think he goes there and plays, because it won't be as grueling on his body as it is to have to walk. Again, if you guys remember in 2019 when he won, I don't know if you guys ever got to see what he had to go through, like hours of treatment after he got done playing golf.
Right, I
And
heard.
like Adam said, it's not so much the physical pressure, it's that mental pressure that, again, and he's always had the target on his back. Like, since he won the Masters in '97, that was the proverbial target. Everybody wanted to beat him, but you knew in his prime, if he was in the field, you were done. Like that, it was done. you weren't going to
Yeah.
win very often. Usually he was the guy that was going to be raising the trophy on Sunday. But I hope he gets the help that he needs. I really do, honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
As a fan, I really honestly hope he gets the help. And I'm hoping that we don't get our asses kicked at the Ryder
Yeah.
Cup next year, which I believe is, where did they say it was at? In Ireland, which is not good because that's where Rory McIlroy's from. So that's
we never went on foreign soil either.
and that's correct. We never went on foreign soil. We have all kinds of issues on foreign soil.
Well, it must be something in the water, you know. That's what it's gonna be, you know. Something in the water.
Yeah.
Something in the water over there.
Yeah,
It's polluted.
Well, the funny thing is, they come over here and sometimes we beat them, but then last year, they just wiped the floor with us last year in 2025.
Yeah.
Like we got a wake up call. Like, hey, they can beat us here too. It's not just on the road. They can come here and beat us on our soil. So, and I think the Ryder Cup has been pretty much dominated by the Europeans over the last 20 years. I'd have to look it up,
like
but
that,
I'm sure it's been dominated by
the
European team for quite a while.
Too long.
Yeah, let me see what it is here. Oh, I'm sorry. The United States holds the edge in the Ryder Cup. 27 wins to Europe's 15 plus 2 ties since 1927. So we actually have 12 more cups than they do.
Okay.
At the present moment. But it says okay, here we go, Lou, right here. Since 1979, when the teams expanded to include continental Europe, Europe has gained a significant advantage and revising the early American dominance. So yes. Anybody want to guess what Tiger Woods' Ryder Cup record is? Want to take a shot?
Undefeated?
Yeah.
Not even close.
No. Oh.
How about 13, 21, and 3 is his Ryder Cup record. Yeah, not good. Not good.
Wow.
He might be one of the worst American Ryder Cup players, but then again, it's not a team sport. It's an individual sport, and he was the dominating individual. So, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So, not very good, not a very good Ryder Cup player, and they wanted him to be the captain. They want him to be the captain next year, but obviously that's not going to happen. So I don't know who Team USA now will go and get next year for the Ryder Cup in Ireland. So
yeah, I don't know who's going to captain the team next year.
Well, and really, Keegan Bradley did a pretty good job outside of them just getting their asses kicked. He picked a good team. He should have played. Should have been a player's captain. He should have played in the Ryder Cup. He qualified and turned it down, but he should have played. Honestly, should have played, in my opinion. But that's just me.
They played at Bethel Page last year.
Mm-hmm. Bethpage Black, the black horse there. Mm-hmm. Which, reluctantly is open to the public, so any of us can play there. Not a private golf course. So it's in. Where is Bethpage? Is that upstate New York?
Yes.
Okay.
Not exactly my idea for a golf course, but you know, it'll do. I mean, I think I prefer more like the southern United States.
Okay.
That's what I prefer. I mean, up here, this time of year,
The crown jewel is here at Augusta National in the South. So
yes,
that's the crown jewel.
I'll take that any day.
Well, how about
Bethpage is on the island?
But Bethpage is nice. You have Pinehurst in the Carolinas.
Nice, that's a nice one too.
You have Pebble Beach in California.
Can't beat that.
Torrey Pines.
You have Kapalua in Hawaii, which is another nice course that they play on. That's where they start the season. The golf season starts in Hawaii. How nice is that?
Makes sense to me. I mean, once it started the golf season here in New Jersey, forget it.
start the golf season in Hawaii.
Was that a golf ball? Or was that a snowball that it was hitting? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, the Tampa Bay Rays could be seeing snowballs against the Twins this weekend. Me and Alec were going through the weather for that series. The first 2 games, the weather's going to be under 40 degrees with chances of snow.
Thank you.
For chances of snow in Minnesota.
And the wind's going to make it even worse. Tell them how bad the wind gust is supposed to be.
How bad is it?
Game 1 is 10 to 15. Game 2 is 15 to 20. Wind gusts.
Well, that could keep the balls in the park a lot too. You know, it's not going to be carried out.
Those guys are going to have to bundle up, though.
Yeah.
Going to have to get the...
What game was I think it was the Phillies game I was watching the other day. And a couple of the guys had like a ski mask. Like those, not ski mask, but it's like something you would wear if it's like
cover your nose. Or you just see your eyes with your hat over it, see your yeah.
Remember, guys, it is Minnesota. Sometimes it snows in June out there.
That's insane. That's insane. Yeah, that's insane.
And for the Rays, it doesn't get any easier when they come home. They got the Cubs and Yankees.
Yeah.
I know.
Monday's their home opener. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday against the Cubs. And they got the Yankees to follow that.
And then they go back out on their own, and I think they go to, I want to say the White Sox, maybe.
That'll be easy.
Not if. Look at what the White Sox did to the Marlins.
Oh yeah. I still don't think the White Sox are gonna have a good season, though. They're a long way from.
I don't think they're finishing last place in their division, though.
They're 1-5.
I don't think it'll be as bad as last season, but I don't think it's gonna.
I think the Twins are gonna finish in last place.
Ooh.
Not unless it's a race to the bottom in the Central now.
Yeah, it is. It is the White Sox. They go to Chicago after the Yankee series.
It's a good get right series.
So it's the White Sox, and then who else is on that road trip for the Rays?
Sox.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Cubs, Yankees, the White Sox, and then after the White Sox, they have a 4-game series against Chicago. Wow.
Monday to Thursday, you mean?
No. Tuesday to Thursday. My bad. They have Monday off, and then the Rays are in Pittsburgh to play the Pirates. The following.
Oh, lovely! You know what that means? Yeah. One of those games we're going to get Paul Skeens.
That's right.
Yep, could be.
Good pitcher though, but you know the sad thing is that he, as much as a good pitcher he is, Pittsburgh is still miserable.
They did a lot in the offseason to get better.
But can that translate into wins?
Other than getting a guy that knows how to get DUIs.
Yeah.
And Brad or beat women, and Brad knows who I'm talking about.
Right.
And I think you know who I'm talking about too, Adam. He used to play for the Braves.
Yeah.
Marcelo Zuna.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
And there was this whole thing, I think it was the other day, the Pirates were playing in New York, and all the Mets fans had this chant going, DUI, DUI.
That's right. I heard about that.
They opened up against the Mets.
Yep.
Well, me and Alec were fighting some trolls on the show earlier. So, yeah, that's some of those comments. Yeah. I don't know where those comments came from, but
been through that before.
They came out of left field.
Yeah, is what it is.
I heard it was center.
Well, the funny thing is, a lot of those people wouldn't say that to your face. That's what I'm saying.
And that's what I like to call keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
They'll say it behind a keyboard, but they won't say it to your face.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Like, unfortunately, Alec did not have chicken fingers for dinner. I was going to, but I changed my mind. I had shrimp instead. So the chicken finger comment was weird. The chicken finger comment.
Yeah, there was uneventful, interesting.
Correct.
Comments.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you ever come to Jersey, say for me.
Are you guys believing that Max Verstappen's going to retire? Has he gotten that frustrated with the cars and everything?
Well,
We'll
have to wait and see because they have the whole month of April off.
Okay.
So they're with the 2 races that are scheduled in April have been canceled with everything going on with Iran. So
with Iran.
So we'll have to wait and see if Red Bull can get it figured. I know he's not happy with how they've been racing early in the year.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't had the success that he's had recently.
Right.
So I understand frustration when the car isn't the way you want it. Makes sense. And you can't drive the car how you want to drive it.
Right.
I totally get it. It's as a race fan and as a part-time sometimes racing gamer, when I can't get the car to drive the way I want it, I just want to throw hands with anybody and everybody.
Yes.
And when you're at the pinnacle of motorsport, and the team, you're supposed to be one of the top tier teams, a top flight team in the sport, and they can't get the car dialed up for the way you want to drive it. And, coming off, a 4-time champion with back-to-back championships and a down year, it gets to you because when he was winning everything, he was bored and he wanted to do something else. He had talked about retiring even when he was at the top. So he had floated that idea of going and doing other motorsports.
Right.
So we'll just have to wait and see because his contract expires at the end of the year anyway. So if he wants to call it a career, he's had a hell of a career.
Yeah, he has.
For sure.
Definitely has. I mean, Hall of Famer. I'm assuming he'd be a first ballot F1 Hall of Famer.
I'm not even sure if there's a, I'm not sure if there's a.
It reminds me a lot, Bud, of the movie F1 with Brad Pitt in the beginning when he first comes back as a driver. He wants them to design the car around him, and he destroys like 2 or 3 cars because it won't drive the way he wants it to drive. Like you just said, you are a experienced driver, and Max is an experienced driver, as we all know. If he's not able to control the car like he wants it, of course you wouldn't want to drive. I wouldn't want to drive either. I'd say the hell with it. I will retire.
Yeah.
Because it's better than me having to be frustrated every damn race. I got to get in the car that's not going to run the way I want it to run. We can't get it right. They can't get the setup correct. So I mean, that would be. Would you agree, Bud, that would be in any motorsport, whether it be NASCAR, any of them? Okay, there you go.
Any sport. I mean, look at the guys. Look at we don't have to go that far from my home. Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson both hung them up early because they just were frustrated with everything going on in Detroit. They wouldn't spend the money, they wouldn't invest, they couldn't get the team better. So I mean,
but here's the thing. Now you look at all these NFL guys; they're retiring at a young age.
Yeah.
They quickly call it a career. And just to wrap up on Max in F1, he's 28. He's only 28 years old. He's made more money than God. It's not like it's not like it was 30 or 40 years ago when you raced to support the family and you raced to put food on the table. You raced because that was all you ever did, like his dad and his mom, because his mom was a very successful kart racer, that being Max Verstappen.
Uh,
Um, and he's ninth in points. It's a pretty it's tough to make up points in F1. So, you know, he has other interests in motorsports, and with F1 going the way that they're going, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't hang it up. You go find something else to do. He's got money. He's an iRacer. Been on iRacing for years, and go do that full time. I mean, and that's like a whole hell of a lot safer than actual racing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't have to put your body on the line. And, you know, I mean, there's so, and I think about all the other guys that are retiring early. You know, it's not like it was 20, 30, 40 years ago, where if you made it to the top, if you made it to the top of the sport, you played for as long as you could, because
yeah,
once you were done, and you had to go find a real job.
right.
You know, if you make it to the top, even if you're a journeyman and you only play 3 years in the league, if you play your cards right and you budget right and you put money away and you buy a house and a couple of nice cars that are, as long as you're not like recklessly, you go buy a 24, let's say Fernando Mendoza, right? I'm just obviously
Yeah,
terrible example because he's going to be a top play, give me a first round pick,
he'll get first.
but
He'll get first round.
what was that kid at the quarterback at USF last year?
Byron Brown,
Brian Brown. I think he actually went somewhere else, but
Auburn.
that notwithstanding, let's say he came out and let's say he gets drafted in the 6th round. And he signs a rookie deal, max contract, $750,000, bounces around the league for 3 or 4 years, and makes a couple of spot appearances and never really does anything in the league. If he's smart with his money, he can take that $750,000 or whatever league minimum is, whatever rookie minimum is in a given year, and he can invest that money in stocks and bonds, and he can put it all, and then he can just draw on that for the rest of his life. He buys a house, in a whatever he got his degree in. Let's say he got a degree in marketing, and he moves back to South Florida. He moves to Tampa. There's plenty of jobs in the marketing in Tampa and Miami, Orlando, Daytona. He can do that kind of thing. He's got, as long as, especially if he buys a nice car, a Lexus, or even if he wants to splurge and buy something really nice like a Jag. You buy a relatively nice house, you buy a relatively nice car, and then you're set up. And if he's got a girlfriend or a wife, say he gets married while he's in the league, and he buys his wife a nice car, and it's going to last for 10 or 15 years. And then he invests his money, he invests his time and his money in making sure that his post-football life is okay. Then he doesn't have to worry about money. But now you talk about, on the flip side, like guys like Luke Kuechly, who, they made all their money on the front side. They made hundreds of millions of dollars, and they don't have to worry about it. So whenever they're done, whenever they're ready to be done, they're done. And unlike a Byron Brown, who might want to try and bounce around the league another year or two just to try to make an extra couple $100,000.
No, I agree. I mean, I'm interested. I'm interested. Speaking of Byron Brown, I'm interested to see how he and Alex Golish do in the SEC, because it's bigger, faster men. Nothing against the American, and I wrote an article earlier this week that I think it's time for USF to get out and get into a Power Four if they can, because
Yes.
they've lost Alex Golish, they lost Brian Hodgins, their men's basketball coach, to Providence, which you can't blame these guys. More money, they get more NIL, better facilities, and nothing against USF, but better facilities to recruit players to get to come there. And USF in basketball, they're a mid-major. they're not a blue blood like a Kentucky or a Duke or a UConn, or teams like that, or North Carolina. They're not like that, and they're far from that. And I don't blame Hodgins for doing that. I do like the hire that the Bulls made. I think the guy that they're bringing in is a veteran guy, which is nice. I don't think you bring in a rookie because the program's on the right trajectory to get out of the American. Because if these teams keep winning games and winning championships, that's going to get you better out of the conference than it is than you staying in. So we'll see how Coach Hartline does. I'm going to be there. Let's see. Today's the 2nd. In 17 days is the spring game, so I'm excited to go see Coach Hartline. I don't think I've missed a spring game since I've been with USF. Yeah, so I'm excited about it. This will be my my 9th year as the Bulls correspondent. So I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of offense, because Golish was that high, get up to the line, snap the ball, keep the defense on their toes. I'm not sure. Well, Alec can tell me. He's a Buckeye. What kind of offense did the Buckeyes run? Did they run that high pistol type offense that went up and down the field, or were they just the stop and go?
I wouldn't say high tempo. They did huddle a lot, but I mean, yeah, USF does have athletes, but
They
not the material of a Jeremiah Smith, a Brandon Ennis, a Chris Henry Jr., Bo Jackson. But I still expect the offense to look really good for USF. And I was going to say something. UNF, where I went, after this year, we're our conference, the ASUN, is losing, I think it's 4 teams, because they're all have football, because they're going to, I guess, a new conference that's starting. We're losing Austin P, North Alabama, West Georgia, and I think that's it. But we're adding West Florida.
Never heard of them.
They were Division 2.
Okay.
Oh yeah, right.
Well, that's
they were
University of Tampa. They're Division 2 baseball team. They're
Yes.
not Division 1. They're and they've back-to-back national champions. And I've been to games. I can tell you why that is, because they jump on you quickly. Like they're made. The game that I went to, they hit, I don't know, 3 or 4 triples in a row. Like they just get on you. They get on you really quickly, and before you know it, you blink, you're down 8-0.
My cousin went to
There you go.
Eckerd College in St. Pete,
Mm-hmm.
and they played UT. And he said that's the one school, the 2 years he played at Eckerd, that he hated playing.
Yeah, because they're built to get a big lead. They're also built to pitch, and if you don't score runs on them, they will put you away early. I went to a game last week. They were up 8-0 in the 3rd inning. We all know the 10-run rule. I think you have to play 5 innings in high school or college baseball, 5 or 6 innings, and they call the game. What happened is they were up 8-0 going into the 4th. Well, they took their starting pitcher out, and then the other team yeah. So that's UT. Division 2 ain't a joke.
No, FCS ain't a joke either.
No, they're no joke, man. Just because they're not with the big boys.
Well, look at the 2 teams that have come up this year from FCS for football. Sacramento State and North Dakota State. Why do you think nobody schedules North Dakota State anymore?
tough out.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't that where the quarterback that got drafted to the Cowboys was from? Who was that they drafted? Maybe they didn't draft him; they traded for him. I forget the guy's name.
No, yeah, it was Carson Wentz.
Is that
that
where
name?
he? Carson Wentz? Was it Carson Wentz?
Carson Wentz went to North Dakota.
Carson Wentz went to North Dakota State, and so did Trey Lance.
That's the who it was. Trey
That's
Lance.
right.
That was the one that I was. Everybody made a
And
big.
the 49ers gave up on Trey Lance.
That's who drafted him, was San Francisco. Then he went to Dallas. That's right. That's right. I forgot that the Niners took a.
And Dak's over the most overpaid quarterback in the NFL. And who can you blame for that? Jerry Jones. And yet he's cheap and won't give George Pickens an extension after Pickens had 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see Jerry live in a couple weeks because he's got no GM, so he makes all the picks for the Cowboys. So we'll see.
Oh, lovely!
We'll
Yay!
Whoop-de-doo.
And I heard something, and I don't know if it's true. Did AJ Brown get traded to the Patriots?
I don't think so.
I didn't see. I know that it was still rumored.
Somebody put it out on social media saying that he got traded, and it was confirmed by Adam Schefter. But unless I hear directly from Adam Schefter, because there's all these fake Twitter accounts.
Well, yeah, if that was true, but you'd be hearing it out of Schefter's mouth because no doubt he probably be.
Well, and it's like Dolphins fans are the same way. They're like, "Oh, AJ Brown to the Patriots. Oh, yay! Just another weapon for Drake May."
Yeah, it says right here. Mike Rice of ESPN.com wrote a couple of days ago. There is speculation continuing to swirl that Eagles could trade wide receiver AJ Brown with the Patriots as a top suitor. New England coach Mike Vrabel did not rule that out possibly on Tuesday. They've been in talks since last January. With
do we see it on draft night?
Maybe.
What I'm seeing here is June.
That's said after June 1st that they would talk about it after June 1st.
But the problem is, if the Patriots keep that first round pick, they might take a wide receiver. And it's so ridiculous. I was watching something the other day where somebody said, "Oh, Carnell Tate's going to fall outside the top 10, and he's going to end up going to, who was it? The Dolphins at 11 or outside the top 20. I'm like, there's no way that Carnell Tate falls outside the top 8. It's like that's ridiculous.
Yeah, again, at the end of the day, but I think it's people say that shit because they're looking
smoke.
For views. Yeah, they're looking for views and stuff like that because they say that, who knows?
Well, and the reason they were saying that is because they're like, his 40 time he was slow. And teams are gonna see that and be like, oh, he's slow, he's not that fast. I'm like, no, that's not true at all. Look at these offensive linemen. Some of these offensive linemen ran under a 5 on their 40 time. And you never see that for offensive linemen. They're always over the 5s.
Well, again, they're getting more. You're getting more, muscle,
agile,
fat, and stuff like that. So I mean, the whole 40 time. I think I heard. I forget what show I was listening to the other day that they said that the 40 time would be more. I think it was would be more important to the NBA than it would be for the NFL because you're constantly moving in basketball than you are in the NFL where you're stopping. So the 40-yard dash would be more basketball related than it would be for.
What's the drill they do for cornerbacks? The three, I think it's the 3-cone drill, where they have
that.
and then you have guys setting records in the vertical jump, the broad jump, and the bench press.
Like I said, people that buy into that whole, oh, he did bad on his 40, so he's gonna fall. At the end of the day, if a team needs you and you pass all of their tests as far as their interviews and all that stuff.
I'll say it now. I think Carnell Tate's going to end up going to the Browns, and because they need a receiver, and it sounds like Deshaun Watson and Shadur Sanders are going to compete for the starting job, which is disgusting.
Yes.
No.
The fact that Deshaun Watson's still even allowed to be in the NFL.
That franchise is cursed anyway, so.
There's many NFL franchises that are cursed.
That's one of them.
That's one. The other one has to be the Falcons.
Did I see something today that Kirk Cousins signed in Vegas?
Yes, and apparently it says 1 year, but I saw something today that it's a 5-year deal worth, I think, like $100 million.
172 million with 1 year guaranteed.
1 year guaranteed. Okay.
That's ridiculous.
And a team option for anything after that first year.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
He's not going to start, so what's the point?
Oh, right. He should start. He should be the starter.
They're going to take Mendoza.
Yeah, and you let him be behind Cousins for a year, learn the ropes, get acclimated to the NFL. And you don't have to rush him up.
Let's see.
You know you're not gonna be good. You know you're not gonna be good anyway.
Well, can I say something though? The Chargers tried to do that with Herbert, and look what happened. He ended up having to start because Tyrod Taylor got hurt.
Well, you bring in Cousins with the hopes of not having to start Mendoza right away. So you can protect him, so that you can give him a year to develop, maybe even 2 if you're lucky. You know you don't have the offensive line there to protect the rookie quarterback. You don't have a great receiving core, depending on what you do in the draft.
Other than Brock Bowers, obviously.
Right. Brock Bowers being the best, probably the best young tight end in the league.
And then you got Ashton Genty.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you bring in a guy like Kirk Cousins who can be a steady hand at quarterback. Maybe you can.
Well, which Kirk Cousins are you going to get? Are you going to get the Kirk Cousins you got the first half of the time he was in Atlanta, or last year before he got benched? And the Falcons, I didn't even get to finish. The Falcons are another cursed franchise. And Brad, you know what I'm talking about when I say cursed.
Yes.
The 20.
28-3 Super Bowl?
Yep.
Yeah.
I know some Falcons fans, and every time the Bucks play them, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna beat y'all." I'm like, what happened in the Super Bowl against the Patriots? Do I need to remind you?
Well, we don't have them with that, don't we?
And they're like, "No, please don't. I'll just keep my mouth shut." I'm like, yeah, that's probably the best choice you can make. Because I'm just going to embarrass you if you don't. I'll bring up 28-3.
Yes.
I'll bring up how you 1998. I can bring up how you failed Matt Ryan's career.
He's a GM now. in Atlanta. So
there's one more franchise that's cursed, and they've been cursed since a certain quarterback retired. And Antonio Brown, no. AFC North.
Ravens?
They just got rid of Mike Tomlin.
Steelers?
Yes.
Yeah.
The whole
president of football operations. Okay.
Right.
yes, they're in my mind they're cursed because and let's see if that curse ends this year. Because they always used to Tomlin their way into the playoffs and lose in the first round.
Well, they went from one Mike to the next Mike, so there you go. So
Mike and Mike.
Mike and Mike. Yep.
Hey, Tomlin, you're gone. We're gonna bring in McCarthy.
Uh-huh.
Just ask the Packers how that worked.
How they won. Well, the funny thing is, if you look back, they won one Super Bowl with McCarthy in Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what? Did Tomlin win one or two in Pittsburgh as a coach?
One.
The one here in Tampa against the Cardinals, right?
Yep.
Kurt Warner.
Santonio Holmes.
The Kurt Warner Super Bowl. Just to warn you, if my dog barks, my girlfriend is having stuff dropped off grocery-wise, so if she barks, that's what she's barking at. No. But I just went out there, and there's nothing out there, so I'm not sure what she was barking at. So anyway.
Probably air.
Oh, yeah. She's very protective of us when we're at home by ourselves. So
yeah.
All right. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this. This is how they rank the stadiums in MLB from last.
You warned me earlier that I wasn't going to like it.
So does anybody want to take a big shot at who number 30 is in the MLB?
The Rays.
Correct. It's Tropicana Field. Yeah.
Not surprised.
Neither am I.
No, are they just ranking the stadiums based on fan experience, or how do they determine?
Let me see here. Let's see. Using the same for the win criteria of general atmosphere, design, location, amenities, food, and character that we used in past seasons, we've arrived at this updating rankings of MLB ballparks in 2026.
Well, see, the Rays have done updates to Tropicana Field.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. Hopefully get some. I applied for individual series and not the whole season. I'm hoping to go to a game to see what it looks like after the Hurricanes destroyed it a couple of years ago. So
what I heard, because they were talking about it the whole time they were playing St. Louis, is that I guess they got the all exclusive area in the outfield. That was where the 300 section was. And it's all you can eat food, bottomless sodas, bottomless alcoholic beverages, water.
I know they put the Rays tank back in. The Rays were at the Ford Aquarium in Tampa while they were waiting to go back to Tropicana Field. But I guess they ranked that one still number 30 on that list.
29.
Anybody want to take a shot at who number 29 would be?
The Rockies.
Incorrect.
D-backs?
Incorrect.
Pittsburgh.
Incorrect.
Hint.
The other team that struggled to get a stadium.
The A's.
The A's.
Oakland. Yeah.
Well, but they're getting one in Vegas, though.
Yeah. Well, right now, because the ballpark only holds 14,000 people that they're playing in right now. So
Sutter Family Health Park.
Yep, correct.
Yeah.
I've heard, though, it's a nice minor. It's nicer than Steinbrenner Field.
Yeah.
I've never been to Steinbrenner Field, so I can't. And I've never been to Sutter Health Park either, so I can't say
I've been to Steinbrenner Field a few times. It has some nice amenities, but it's not somewhere I would like to play more than one season.
I'm sure the Tampa Bay Tarpons are happy to get their home back because they had to play on the off fields last year.
That's I'm sure they're happy to live there
to get their stadium back. That's the single A affiliate of the Yankees. I'm sure that they're happy to get their ballpark back.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Rays, A's. Who do you think number 28 is? Which I'm kind of surprised that this team
Miami?
is this negative. I'll do this. National League. I'll give you that hint.
Reds?
Wow.
Nope, not Reds. National League West.
Giants.
Not the Giants. No.
Padres.
Rockies?
Nope. Not the Rockies. Nope.
Padres?
Not the Padres. Nope.
Dodgers?
Diamondbacks?
Chase
Field.
Here, let me read you what it says.
Yeah.
Okay.
It took a few years, but the team finally did repair the roof's cables last offseason, so it's no longer a danger to fans. Don't get me wrong, though. Chase Field is still a bad stadium. The air conditioning system hardly works now, so when the roof is closed, the stadium is a sauna. And despite being in the early stages of a $750 million renovation, AC still won't be fixed for the 2026 season. Chase Field did not get updated video board, and it will be. Oh, they did get updated video board,
You're right,
which would be quite large. So yeah, that's number 28.
So let me say something about that. So they're complaining about that, but when you're outside in Arizona, isn't it hot though because of the heat?
Yes.
I know it's dry heat, but it's still hot.
And
110.
Dry heat too is completely different than humidity.
Yeah.
Just to let you know that. Vegas, when I was in Vegas, it was 117 degrees outside. Yeah. So, yeah, that's no joke. I understand that. Okay. Number 27 is in the AL Central.
Twins.
Not the Twins.
Sox.
White Sox.
Great field.
Yep. Great field.
Why can't they do? Why? And I understand it's money, but I liked it when it was. When it was U.S.
Cellular.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I liked it when it was U.S. Cellular, and I liked it when Steve Stone and Hawk Harrelson were the announcers for the White Sox games. Especially Hawk Harrelson. He had some of the best calls that I to this day still remember. Like, you gotta be bleeping kidding me. Angel Hernandez just blew another call.
Uh-huh.
I think we have our new Angel Hernandez though. C.B. Buckner.
Yeah, because he can't get the ABS system right.
No, somebody made it. There's a guy that I subscribed to on YouTube. He made a video about it. I haven't got the chance to watch it yet, but I guess C.B. Buckner, whatever series he was umpiring last weekend, he had I think the title was like 18 or 19 missed calls.
Yeah, the Reds and Red Sox.
Yep.
I watch on John Boy Media, so that's why I know what you're talking about, because he did a review of it. He said that, like, there were one hitter called for review 3 straight pitches.
It was the catcher.
Or a catcher, one of the two. But it was because that's how the only people that can call for a review are the pitcher, the catcher, and the hitter. Those are the only 3 that can call for a review for the ABS system. So yeah.
Oh, and they were getting on. I watched the Dodgers and Diamondbacks last week, and they were getting on Corbin Carroll because he used one of the ABS challenges in the second inning.
Who was it that I saw? I think it was the Atlanta Braves. They lost 2 challenges in the first inning and were done. 2 challenges.
Rowan Anthony lost a challenge for the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I was watching the Red Sox game, and they're like, "Oh, they should put Roman Anthony in ABS timeout, ABS jail."
All right. So number 26 is in the AL West.
Oh,
Seattle.
Not Seattle.
Houston,
Not the Astros.
the Rangers.
Not the Rangers.
Oh, the Angels.
Angels. That is correct.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah.
There's nothing moves the needle at Angel Stadium.
And well, actually, it says right here that Artie Moreno, who just extended the lease through 2032.
Wow.
Grow the team, Artie.
If you look at that stadium, it was built by the Disney Corporation when they were the California Angels. They weren't even Anaheim; they were California, and that stadium was built with that rock formation. I think that's in center field. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't
It is.
watch a lot of Angels game, but yeah, that's I think an eyesore. I think is that rock formation.
Yeah.
It says Angel Stadium remains an outdated facility with no clear plans for improvement. So that's why it's number 26. Now this
one thing, guys. If it looks
this
like
one
it's
number 25 is in the AL East. This one shocks me. Now it's not the Rays. We already went over their Rays, so you can eliminate them off the list. Not Baltimore.
Yankees.
The Yankees.
What?
So here it
What?
says, yeah, this is So here, let me read what it says. It says it's expensive. It has premium food and seating options, but that doesn't necessarily make it a nice stadium. It's a corporate replica of the old Yankee Stadium, just without the character. That remains a bummer. I don't know. I've never been to the new stadium. I went to the old one. I've never been to the new one. So, Lou, you tell me. You're a Yankee fan. You tell me. I don't know.
I've never seen it in person, but I can. It doesn't look like it's a rusty stadium. I mean, the old one looked like it was kind of like being torn down on even after I went. But it's a compared fairly new stadium as compared to other ones, and I don't look at it as like a death trap at all.
Okay. That one that surprised me that one was on.
I think it's like a lot of people
on here. Yeah.
I mean, have you seen Fenway Park?
Number 24 is in the NL Central.
Reds.
Not the Reds.
Milwaukee.
The Brewers. America Family Field. It took threatening a relocation to get the Brewers to spend $366 million in state funds to renovate the ballpark. It currently has a similar vibe to Chase Field. Coronavirus and cold. Recently, the team installed 2 video boards, but oddly settled on a 1080p display instead of 4K. It's slated for around a $9 million minor updates in a couple years. So that's why it's ranked 24th on this list. So there's that one.
Who's number 23?
23 is in the NL East.
Phillies?
Not the Phillies.
That's
Marlins.
The Marlins. Lone Depot Park.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It says the World Baseball Classic really was a reminder of what the stadium can be when there's a reason to actually go to the ballpark. The Venezuelan fans had the place absolutely rocking in the WBC final, but we won't likely see that with the Marlins.
Yeah, nobody. I mean,
in the near future.
How many times have I said it on our show, Brad?
Yeah.
The Marlins put their park in the worst part of Miami.
Yes.
Yep. It said it lacks unique to Miami amenities that made the stadium so interesting in the first place. And do not get me started on the outfield dinger machine. Bring that thing back inside already. So there you go. That's another reason.
Read that again.
It's 23. So there you go. That's number 23.
The outfield
dinger machine. Dinger machine. That's what it says. That's how it says in the article. So I'm reading it word for word. Whoever wrote the article, that's
No,
what
I know you are. It's just
So there you go.
when you say that, I can't keep a
Straight face. It's fine. I can't keep a straight
Yeah.
face, and I'm the one who's saying it. Number 22 is the NL Central.
Reds.
The Reds. Now, I've never been
I
to
have.
the
I have.
ballpark. So tell me why it says it's one or more forgettable stadiums in baseball. I don't under food is below average compared to other ballparks. I've
I
seen it,
disagree.
but the beer selection is
Wow.
definitely underrated for a stadium with a great literally in its name.
So first you say the food's horrible. It's
But the beer
forgettable.
selection is underrated.
Make that make sense, please.
I don't know.
Ballpark food. I mean, I miss the days of $3 hot dogs at the ballpark, $2 beer.
Or all you can eat for
We have
$10.
Right.
Yeah.
The Threshers, the A team for the Phillies every Tuesday night is dollar hot dog night. Dollar hot
Right.
dog, dollar beer, dollar soda, dollar ice cream, dollar tickets.
The cheapskate plan.
Yep, that's
Oh
what they do.
boy. So there's probably people that go just for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
get drunk.
see, I had a friend growing up that we would go to Rays games, and he went to a Rays game without me. He went with like his dad and
Yeah,
some
but you guys got
friends.
paid to go to Rays games.
Yeah.
Oh no, he had seats in all you could eat, like all you could eat area, and he had 4 hot dogs, 2 pretzels, cotton candy, popcorn,
I had
and soda, and he was sick. Still went to school the next morning.
I had a very bad experience with a former co-host on this show at a Rays game. So I'm just gonna put that out there. So yeah.
And a good time was had by none.
Yeah, exact. He bought tickets in the 100 level, like literally 5 or 6 rows off the field. We spent the whole game in the bar inside the stadium watching the game. Mm-hmm.
If you just gone to the bar.
That just could have saved a bunch of money. You could have saved a bunch of damn money by just doing that. Anyway, number 21 is in the AL Central.
Minnesota.
Royals.
Not the Royals, not the Twins.
White Sox.
Guardians.
Nope.
Tigers.
Do I have the right? Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Not the AL Central. My bad. I'm sorry. AL West. My apologies.
Okay.
Mariners.
Not the Mariners. Nope.
Rangers.
The Rangers. Globe Life Field is on here. Which
and Globe Life Field is like recently new.
1.2 billion. Here's my fight with the Rangers, and I'm not a Rangers fan, but you had that advantage of playing outside in the heat during the summertime. Now I know it's not good for the fans, but that was a advantage to bring teams in because you guys were used to playing in that weather. And
they still can. I think their new stadium has a
retractable roof. Yep, it's got it.
Translucent roof.
It says it's a depressing interior and then some abysmal lighting when the roof is closed. So, yeah, that's
abysmal. I've seen worse.
That's what it says.
I've seen way worse.
Number 20 is in the AL East.
Orioles.
Now, here's the bigger hint. It's the only stadium that's not in America.
The Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays. Rogers Center.
Well, and the Rogers Center has a hotel in it.
Yes, it does. In center field. Yep.
Well,
I've had a friend of mine stay there. So
I just want to go back to the Rangers real quick.
Sure.
And because the Rangers aren't the only things that happen at the ballpark. And so people open it up for other things when the Rangers aren't there. Like if they wanted to have the NCAA tournament there, they wanted to put down floor and have the basketball there, or
Concerts.
and concerts. Yeah, it's gonna be the other big thing is gonna be concerts during they they play what is the math 81 games. They have 81 dates for 81 days a year. Is the stadium is taken up by the Rangers. They have to fill the other 200 and some odd days with other things. So making it a more dual purpose stadium makes it a more attractive venue, because the stadium has to make back all that money that the city invested in it.
Correct. Yeah, 20 is Rogers Center. It says it took 2 years and nearly $400 million of renovations, but the Blue Jays finally have a stadium that feels like a ballpark, as opposed to a mixed-use facility. The added amenities throughout the stadium have drawn exponential reviews from fans, and the World Series has an excellent opportunity to show off the finished product. So, yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. Number 19 is in the AL Central.
Minnesota.
Royal, Kansas City.
Not the Royals, not the Twins.
Tigers?
The Tigers. They have Comerica Park.
Sorry, Taylor.
Comerica Park. Now here, I'm going to read this because I know Adam's a fan. I'm going to read this. It says, in previous rankings, I think I was a bit harsh on Comerica Park. It's a prime location right in the heart of downtown, which now Little Caesars and Ford Field are also in the same vicinity. You have views of the city, and when the weather is nice, it's an enjoyable place to catch a game. There's a new video board installed recently. The team also added some new premium seating behind home plate during last year. Oh, so the Tigers are making improvements. So there was really nothing negative. I'm not sure why it's ranked 19 on this list, but that's where it is.
Low.
So, yeah.
To me, it's one of the most underrated stadiums.
Yeah,
it's the best stadium. There's no bad seat in the house.
Well, you're right, but the reason I say it's underrated is because look at the outfield, look at center field, and how much space you have in center field.
It plays big.
It does. It's Triples Alley.
It plays even bigger than it actually is. But as a fan, it's the best ballpark I've ever been in. Not a bad seat in the house. I've sat everywhere. I've sat way up in the tippy top of down the right field first baseline. I've sat out in left field. I've sat on the third baseline. It's a great ballpark to take a ball game in. And the food is fantastic. Best chicken tenders I've ever had in my entire life.
yeah.
Had at the ball game.
I wonder who number 18 could be.
Number 18? Number 18 is in the AL Central.
Kansas
Minnesota.
City.
Not the Royals.
The
Minnesota,
Guardians?
Not the Guardians either.
White Sox.
No,
Not the White
Minnesota.
Sox.
Minnesota.
Nope. Oh, God damn it again. My bad. Not the AL Central. God damn it. AL West. Son of a bitch. Sorry I'm getting these wrong. My bad. Son of a bitch. Go ahead. It's the AL West. I'm just
Seattle?
Just say AL Central for every one of these from here on out. No, the AL West.
Every team is just moved to the AL Central.
Yeah, I guess so. That's going to be the rest of the list over the AL Central. The AL West. AL West. Sorry.
Seattle?
No, not Seattle.
Houston?
Houston Astros. Dink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daikin Park.
Daikin Park. That's what it is. Okay.
Why?
Yeah.
I loved it as Minute Maid, because every time you'd be watching MLB Tonight, they would say, "Oh, we're going to the juice box. We're going to Live Luck at the juice box."
Okay. Now, the next one is the AL Central. I did get this one right.
The Guardians?
Yes, the Guardians. Progressive Field is on number 17.
The Indians.
The Indians. As our guest on our show or the commenter mentioned, why did they change the name to the Indians? Political reasons of why they changed it to the Guardians. Number 16 is also in the AL Central.
Kansas City.
The Royals. Well,
Okay, Kansas City.
Kauffman Stadium is one of the older stadiums. Am I not right?
Yeah, I think it was built in the 70s.
Well,
wasn't it?
and you know what? I heard something. They moved the fences in this year.
Yeah,
in
it
the outfield.
says the K make it feel like a fairly new stadium, yet the team wants a new stadium, but have had a situation in flux despite the Chiefs' approved move to Kansas. Okay, yeah. The location makes it tough to rank Kauffman Stadium highly. It's right next to Arrowhead Stadium. Trying to buy nothing but parking lots. Again, this is what this person wrote.
Which that shouldn't be an issue. Parking shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
No.
Number 15 is the NL East.
Phillies?
Not the Phillies.
The Mets?
73.
Not the Mets.
The Braves?
Not the Braves.
DC.
DC.
Oh, DC.
Washington.
National Park. Yep, DC.
I always forget they're in the East.
Yep.
Right.
The next team is also in the NL East.
The Phillies.
The Phillies. Citizens Bank.
Wow.
Number
Where's that?
Yeah.
That's if you're a Phillies fan, that's disheartening.
Yep.
Tiny Tino.
Number 13 is in the NL Central.
Cubs.
Nope. Not the Cubs.
Pirates?
Not the Pirates.
Boom!
The Redbirds. The Redbirds.
Cincinnati.
The Cardinals.
Oh,
Cardinals. The
Busch
St.
Stadium.
Louis Cardinals.
Right.
Okay. Yep. Busch Stadium. Number 13. Number 12 is in the NL East.
The Braves.
Truist is number 12 on this list.
What?
That's a terrible
Truist
list.
is on number 12. Yep.
That is disgusting. Truist is one of the most beautiful parks.
Yeah.
It says.
And not only that, but
you got the Battery.
Yeah, the little walk around area is so cool.
Well, that's what they want to do in Tampa for the Rays. They want to do that Battery thing too. In Tampa.
That would be a huge get if you could get that for the Rays. Because I love that little walk around thing.
Yeah, so here's what that says. It says Truist Park, despite the terrible name, has just an incredible selection of food and drinks throughout the stadium. The Battery District around the ballpark is a real highlight and is a main reason why the Braves left Turner Field. The move is certainly working out for the Braves. Can't argue with that. Team also has some minor updates in the offseason with new lighting and social areas. I haven't been to Atlanta, but that's one of the ballparks that I want to visit in the future.
I have.
Truist. I know Adam has too. So, yeah.
It's beautiful. It is nice.
Gorgeous.
It's downtown. It's right by the... It's not too far away from the Falcon Stadium and where the Atlanta Hawks play.
Number 11 is in the NL West.
Dodgers
Stadium. It's been there a long time. I know it's been there a long time.
I don't feel like that's too low for Dodger Stadium.
Yep. Now we're in the top 10. Number 10 is in the AL East.
Boston.
Fenway Park.
Nope, no, it's
Baltimore.
not Fenway.
No.
Camden Yards. It's Camden.
Baltimore.
Camden, my best friend.
Boog's Barbecue.
Has been there. He said it's very nice. The ballpark is very, very nice. Number 9 is in the NL East.
The Mets.
The Mets. City Field is number 9 on this list.
Meet the Mets.
How about beat the Mets?
my first boss and my first job was a huge Mets fan.
Yeah.
Huge Mets fan.
Yeah.
Number 9 is in the AL West.
Seattle.
The
Yeah.
Mariners, T-Mobile Park. Yep, it's number 8. Number 7 is the AL Central.
Minnesota.
The Minnesota Twins. Target Field.
What?
Number 7.
How is Minnesota higher than Detroit?
Exactly.
Like they like Target Field better, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Ugh. I don't see anything to like about Target Field, especially that damn big ass wall in right field.
Oh yeah.
Number 6 is the AL East.
Fenway Pack.
Fenway Park.
Go
Boston
pack
is
the cat. Have
Chicago's
a
going to
yard.
be number 1.
Go
Sorry.
park the car in the yard.
Number 5 is the NL West.
Rockies.
The Rockies. Coors Field.
I'm surprised it's that high.
So am I.
I think the only reason is because they have an advantage. Altitude.
Yep.
Oh sure.
Number 4 is one of the older ballparks, and it's the NL Central.
Okay, that's Chicago.
Wrigley. I mean, that's
the Cubbies. That's the only one that I haven't been to. I went to the old Yankee Stadium. I've been to Fenway.
I've been to Wrigley. It is. Like Adam said about Comerica, Wrigley, there isn't a bad seat in the house.
No.
Number 3 is also in the NL Central. Yeah.
Pirates?
The Pirates. PNC Park is number 3 on this list. Okay, now the last 2 are both in the NL West. So those, I'll give you that. Both
Padres and Giants.
The Giants are number 2. San Diego is ranked the number 1 ballpark in MLB by this guy. Petco Park.
His list doesn't make any sense.
No.
Yeah. And Oracle's number 2. So that's how he ranked. That's how this person ranked him.
I've never been to San Fran, but I've heard the stadium's nice.
Well, I mean,
I'd love to go to a Giants game and be out in McCovey
Cove. I was gonna say, being out there in the paddle boat trying to catch a ball flying out of the stadium would be cool.
I've seen so many videos on YouTube of people that do it. Oh my god. It is the most hilarious thing. Or being on the little sidewalk way.
Yeah.
That's outside the back of the stadium looking out at McCovey Cove, and you just get to turn around and watch people embarrassing themselves trying to get baseballs in McCovey Cove.
I could spend 81. I could spend the entire season in a paddle boat in the bay.
Yeah.
And for the
watching
first time,
a San Francisco Giants game.
Yeah, for the first time in the history of baseball, no home runs would be hit.
Really?
Neither team would hit for the first time in the history in 120 years. Neither team hit a home run.
Well, that's me when it comes to any kind of motorsport races. That's me. I get rained out every time I've gone to one. So I'm cursed when it comes to that shit. So yeah, that's it. I had we gone to Indianapolis, it had rained in Indy. When it rained in Charlotte, it would have rained in Indianapolis. So yeah. Yeah, so you got Petco Park and Oracle are the top 2, then PNC, Wrigley, Coors Field, and then Fenway is number 6. But I think Detroit and Atlanta, even though I've never been, I saw Comerica from the outside because when I was in Detroit, the Joe was still being used. It no longer is. But me and my buddy took a trip down there, and I got to look through the cage that sits outside the ballpark to look inside. That is definitely one of those I marked down that I wanted to go to as a fan. I also want to go to Ford Field. I've never been inside. And back in the day, the Buccaneers were in the black and blue division, which was the Bears, the Packers, and basically the NFC North now, but the Bucks were in that division at one time before they they realigned it, but they called it the black and blue division
Back in the
because
day.
it was the Bears, Lions, Packers, and who am I forgetting? Vikings. Those four teams were the which is now which is now known as the NFC North. But yeah, they that was always, and speaking of fields, correct me if I'm wrong. Are they moving the Bears out of Illinois to Indiana? That's the rumor that I've been hearing.
They talked about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
how does it happen now?
Because that's the
Nothing's
rumor that I've been hearing.
official, but
because I guess the state of Illinois can't afford to, or the city of Chicago.
Because of it's their governor.
Something like that. It's something.
Pritzker doesn't want to help pay for the new stadium.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. That's what I heard, that they don't, that's a rumor.
They don't want to fund it.
That would be something
That's
to
how
see.
Illinois.
I mean, it could happen. I mean, look, the A's left Oakland. Oh, I mean,
the Raiders left Oakland.
Many times.
The Warriors went across. The Warriors went across the bridge to San Francisco.
Yep, correct.
Yeah, moved to OKC.
OKC, correct.
Well, and here's the thing: Seattle. They're talking about Seattle getting a basketball team.
As they should.
The Supersonics should be coming back.
And in Vegas too.
Yeah. I don't know about Seattle. There's a reason, but it goes back to what we talked about with the Knights, when the Knights were brought in. When the NHL first, when they were first broaching the subject of 6-7 years ago now, when they were first broaching the topic of bringing the Knights in, we said they have to be good. They have to be good. They have to be competitive. And any of these new teams that these leagues bring in, they have to be competitive.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I don't care how good of an experience it is. I don't care how much fun it is to go to the stadium. I don't care how much, how cheap it is or expensive. If the team's not good, if the team's not competitive, if the team's not fun to watch, people aren't going to show up. They're going to spend their money on things that they're already spending their money on. And when Seattle was there, when the Sonics were there originally, 15 years ago, before they moved to OKC, people weren't going to Sonics games. And bringing them back, you might get a 2 or 3 year nostalgia bump of people missing the Sonics and going. But if the team sucks, like they did 20 years ago, when they were uncompetitive and they weren't very good, and the stadium was trash, people after 3 or 4 years of them being uncompetitive, they're not gonna come back.
Nope.
Or the example I like to use is look at hockey. They're talking about bringing a hockey team, putting a hockey team back in Atlanta,
and it could work.
That could work because I think ownership is what's cost the Threshers, or they were Thrashers. My bad.
Thrashers.
I think that bad ownership group is what ended up costing Atlanta their second hockey team, because it's the second time they've lost the hockey team.
And times were different.
Correct.
There is a hockey market in Atlanta now, and I think a hockey team in Atlanta could go if they're good. And again, it goes back to being good.
Oh, it's Kucherov. Why does that not shock me? I think the two markets that are due for a team is Atlanta, and the other one I think that's going to get a hockey team is Houston. I know there's been a big draw to hockey in Houston. You have Dallas, obviously, you have the Stars, but Houston would be a good city to have a hockey team.
Did you see Cincinnati getting an NHL team?
Well, you got Columbus, so
you got the Jackets already.
It would be a rivalry, maybe.
Yeah.
Like from what I like I said,
Okay.
from what I've gathered, I've heard Houston and Atlanta are the top two as far as the NHL
I've heard
standing.
Houston, Atlanta, and either Quebec City
Kansas City.
or
Kansas City?
Kansas City.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think they're going to put a team back in Quebec. I just don't think
Or
that's.
back in New York City.
I don't see them putting a team back in Quebec either.
No.
I just that doesn't.
And didn't Kansas City have like a pro hockey team at some point?
Yes, and they
1 year.
became the Devils.
Were they there 1 or 2 years?
2.
Is it 2 full seasons?
Yes, 74 and 75.
Okay.
And then they went to Colorado until 82, and then they became the Devils.
Right. They were
The
the
New
Rockies in
Jersey-
Colorado.
The New Jersey Devils.
Yeah.
New Jersey.
And the first few years were horrible. Ugh.
Yeah,
Horrible.
horrible.
Oh.
Terrible. Terrible.
I mean, you were waiting for the
Horrible.
fights.
Horrible. They were horrible.
Play like a turd.
That turned into punch bowl.
Oh, yeah. It was a big punch bowl, too. Oof.
I thought, and I know Seattle became the Kraken. Had it not been an NBA owned name, it would be kind of cool if they called the hockey team the Supersonics and they wore the gold. They wore the gold and green. That'd be kind of
Yeah, if they could have worked out a deal, but
yeah. They became the Kraken, and that's it is what it is. But
yeah,
um,
I've come to terms with it, and I don't hate it as much as I did when they first announced it.
yeah,
Yeah.
At least they didn't do something stupid and call them the hockey club or something dumb like that.
That was
Oh,
dumb.
like the Utah Hockey Club.
Yeah.
in the Mammoth. Now they're the Mammoth. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is better. Much better.
Which I'm actually kind of pissed off because it would have been kind of cool if they were called the Yetis, but they can't be called the Yetis because the Yeti Cup Company wouldn't give them the name. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's
Well,
what's.
how is it going to be named a snow beast?
I just think. I mean, the Mammoth is cool.
Yetis is good.
It's a
Mammoth is
animal in
good.
the Ice
Yetis are
Age,
cool.
but
Either one would have been good.
the Yeti I think would have been kind of cool to have.
Or no, but it's where it's common name.
Go ahead.
The Abominable Snowman?
Exactly.
Could have been that way. I mean,
The Abominable Snowman.
could have been that way.
I should have a name like that. Yeah. No, thank you.
Yes,
Well,
please.
there are people that ask, why are the Panthers called the Panthers in Florida? We do have Panthers in the state of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
True.
You
Used to.
do, yes.
We do. I mean,
And
you
there's
don't
some that are
see them
pink
as
too.
often, but they are here. And I know why the Lightning got named the way they did because Tampa Bay is
We're the lightning capital of the world.
of the world.
Right.
So that's why.
Yeah.
So that
And I
makes
heard
sense
some,
to call them
and I
that.
heard some of those Panthers were pink, by the way, too. Oh, okay. You said
Yeah,
banana.
but how many penguins
Can I
have
get
you
a
ever seen?
hamburger?
Speaking of the
Penguins,
Penguins, they're losing to the Lightning 5-2 in the third period.
Mm.
They're fighting for a playoff spot too, are they not?
Well, I heard they were
Yeah.
close to
Yep.
Pittsburgh. So,
Yes, the Penguins are in second place in the Metro.
yeah. Well, if you look at
Behind Carolina.
Yep, and then Columbus is in, I believe, third.
Carolina clinched a
Yeah.
playoff spot. I just got a notification a little while ago.
what a
It's
shot.
the Islanders that are
First
third.
team to clinch.
And
To
Columbus
clinch
is
the
in
playoffs.
is Columbus in the playoffs or are they out?
They got the 8th
They're
spot so far.
they're the 8th seed.
So they're the last wild card.
Last
Correct.
wild card spot.
No, actually, they would be the first wild card.
Okay, so they're in, and then is it Boston as the second wild card?
I am looking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think it is Boston that has the second wild card spot.
Yeah, it's Boston has the first with 94, and then
Okay.
Columbus is second with 88. Detroit, Ottawa, and Philly are all tied with 86, and then Washington is a point behind with 85.
What's the update on the Ottawa Buffalo game?
I don't know. I will let you know. Hopefully,
Hang
Buffalo's
on.
Race you.
4-1 Buffalo or 4-1 Ottawa.
4-1
Damn
Ottawa.
it.
Yes.
Fuck.
And the Lightning
That
just scored another
hurts.
goal. We're up 6-2.
Wow.
Two goals for Cirelli. Oh, a hat trick for Cirelli. My bad. They're throwing
Oh.
hats on you. It's a hat trick. Hat trick for Anthony Cirelli. Panthers are up 2-1 over Boston. The Wings are up 4-2 over the Flyers in the third period. Montreal beat New York earlier 3-2. The
Just ended.
Hurricanes beat the Blue Jackets 5-1. And the games that are going on later tonight are Flames at the Knights, Leafs at the Sharks, Mammoth at the Kraken, Predators at the Kings are the final four games that have not dropped the puck yet. Second career hat trick for Cirelli.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm trying to reset up my Apple Watch because I forgot my passcode on it, so I had to completely
Stop everything and start over.
Yep. Because I have not used it in a long time.
Right.
I haven't used it since college.
Oh, wow.
And that was 4 years ago now.
Oh. I think it's like a lifetime ago.
Yes.
Right.
Very much a lifetime ago.
Yes. For some people it is, but
Mhm.
Ha ha ha. We're here all week, folks.
yes. I'll be here for 2 weeks.
Whoa, yep. I know. Delivery, yes. I know. Calm down. Calm down.
Wasn't that bad, was it? Get a response from the dog. Okay.
Donkey. The doggo.
Yes.
My doggo's upstairs.
Ah.
3.5 pounds. But for a
Little
3.5
boy.
pound for a 3.5 pound dog, the thing is loud though. Like we left to go take my car to the shop this morning because I had to get my tire repaired
Uh-huh.
because I drove over a curb yesterday going to work
Ugh.
Oh, damn.
and had to
Yeah.
get the front left fender on the passenger side fixed.
Oh boy.
So, yep. So, and I was supposed to get my car back this afternoon, but they didn't have the tire in, so
Oh.
I got to get it in the morning,
Okay.
which is fine because I don't go to work until 11:30. But I probably won't get off work till like 9 or 10 o'clock because I work a double tomorrow.
Ugh.
So that wasn't a delivery person. That was one of my neighbors because the delivery person put it on the wrong doorstep.
Ah.
Gotta love
Ah.
Walmart. Gotta love Walmart. Gotta love
I didn't
Walmart.
order this.
I didn't order this.
No, everything we ordered is there. It's just that they put it in the wrong spot. So
Yeah. Dummy.
Dummy, yeah.
Yeah, where's my stuff? Oh, you go to the wrong house again. Yeah, dirty, no good. Oops.
So, I mean, are you guys? Me and Al talked about this earlier. Are you guys surprised that Jericho is back with the AEW, or is that just not a?
I was never a
Nice.
Jericho fan anyway, so
I'm not surprised at all.
I am loving Danhausen in WWE though.
yeah, Dan's great. Love Dan.
I keep seeing
You-
highlights with him all the
You
time.
are cursed. I love his interactions he has with the Miz.
Yeah, he's been a lot of fun with the Miz.
Or how does he say jelly roll? Jelly jam.
Jelly Jam, yeah.
No, Jimmy Jam. Jimmy Jam.
Jimmy Jam. That was the name of a record producer.
Or him, and I think he's gonna end up having a match at WrestleMania.
Well, with the
You
Miz,
think so?
No, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Danhausen and the Miz versus Jelly Roll and
True Iguana.
no. I'm trying to figure
Who's the
out
guy
who you would
that-
put. Oh,
Who's the other guy that he's always cursing?
oh,
Is it the New Day? Is it Kofi Kingston?
Grande Americano.
No, Kit Wilson.
Oh, Kit Wilson.
The Miz and Kit Wilson versus Jelly Roll, and I'm trying to figure out who they were saying was going to be Jelly Roll's partner.
Kit Wilson's the one that challenged Obafemi.
Which, yeah, that's a. Did y'all see that Triple H had to get between Oba and Brock?
Yeah.
I did. That was good.
And now they're talking about, there might be an authority, a new, what's it called? New team authority. Like the authority might be making a comeback. Like, really, do we really need to revisit that storyline again?
They're gonna go up against the Vision.
I'm sorry, I don't miss the authority. The authority was a pain.
You could say it on here, buddy, if you want.
They were a pain in the behind. Especially when you had the Big Show as part of the authority.
Oh yeah, okay. I get it.
Like that made no sense. I think what was Kane? Corporate Kane.
Oh, I guess he's not really corporate. He's a mayor now, so he's actually government now.
And he goes by his real name.
Yeah.
Glenn Jacobs.
Yeah, he's a mayor. He's a mayor.
He's a neighbor in your neck of the woods there, buddy.
Well, my former neck of the woods.
Yeah.
I'm in Sevierville now.
Pittsburgh for a goal. And Vasilevsky is not happy.
I see that.
Can you blame him?
Give up a goal with 1.5 seconds left in the game? Yeah, I'd be pissed too.
So would I. Especially after that.
Too. We still won 6-3, but yeah, he's shaking his head. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't break his stick.
A win, you know.
Surprised he didn't break his stick. He was looking like he was gonna do it.
It was a soft goal to give up too.
Uh-huh. Yes, it was. When speaking of that, spring games, are they coming up for Michigan and Ohio State? It's got to be soon, I'm assuming.
Ohio State's is in, I think, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay.
But they will. Bo Jackson and Isaiah West will not be playing in the spring game because they both had, I guess, shoulder Some type of procedure done in the off season.
Well, I mean, a lot of times too, when you got established players like that, you don't need your established guys to be in the game.
No, but we're gonna get to see like Anthony Turbo Rogers, Jacoby Jackson, who transferred into Ohio State from Florida. They reloaded on defense.
Because Byron Brown didn't play last year in the USF spring game. So, like I said, some of your more experienced players are not gonna. You'll get a snap or two out of them, but if they're established, they're not gonna. Especially if they have injuries, they're not gonna play.
And I think, and Adam, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think Michigan's spring game is either next week or the week after.
We both are on the 18th.
Well, on the 8th. Okay. So about 6 days away.
Yeah.
And then Northwestern's got their new stadium. They're not playing at the practice field anymore.
Good for them.
But the Big Ten schedule makers did them dirty this year. I think they got like the toughest or second toughest schedule in the Big Ten this year.
I am looking it up.
Okay. Oh.
Because there's a guy I watch. It's not RJ Young. It's somebody else. I think they play Oregon.
They play Indiana, Penn State, Oregon, and Ohio State. And Iowa.
Yeah.
Jesus. What? Who do they piss off in the scheduling department?
Yeah.
That's what I just said.
Holy cow.
That's murder's row right there.
That's a gauntlet to have to go through.
And are any of those games at home?
The Iowa game.
So 1 out of 5 is it
Penn
home?
State, but Iowa and Penn State are both at home. They
2 out of the 5.
Oh,
wow.
So they get back-to-back home games against South Dakota State and Colorado. Then they go to Bloomington.
Oh, they should kill Colorado.
Come back for Penn State. Then they're home for Penn State and Ball State. Then they go to East Lansing. Then they come home for Rutgers. Then they go to Eugene, and they come back to.
Oh, they got Oregon too.
They come home for Iowa. Then they go to Columbus. Then they go to Minnesota, and they finish up at home with Illinois.
You know what they must have done to piss off the scheduling department? Hiring Chip Kelly as their offensive coordinator. That's the only thing I can think of.
You might be right.
And I think Rutgers has got the easiest schedule in the Big Ten this year.
Yeah, we'll see.
Or Penn State. Because Penn State doesn't have to play Ohio State or Michigan.
Right.
Who is Penn State?
And everybody's like, oh, Penn State's going to go undefeated this coming year and make the playoff.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
Yeah.
Is Rutgers head coach on the hot seat?
He's been on the hot seat for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Schemes. I can't even make up a funny pun for that.
Yeah, you could just say toes on the line. That's what he used to do when he was the Bucks coach. Toes on the line. They're not college kids, dude. They're professional athletes.
Toes on the line.
Toes on the line. Toes on the line.
Bill O'Brien's on the hot seat. I know that for a fact.
At BC.
Yep, because BC just fired their men's basketball coach. They had one of the worst seasons in program history in
If you guys
basketball.
want to, we can go through. I mean, I know it's not college football season, but we could go through coaches that are on the hot seat or things that are on the hot seat.
Last couple of minutes here before we wrap up.
Sure.
Yeah. I got to say, first, and this is with all due respect to the great people of Iowa, how is Kirk Ferentz still there?
I talk about that. It's like the grass isn't always greener on the other side.
Right.
I mean, and recruiting is a son of a bitch.
Especially
And
with NIL now.
and Iowa is,
Iowa's in the middle of nowhere.
and they have nothing going for them. It's not, it's easy to recruit in Columbus, in Ann Arbor, in
East
college.
Lansing,
Eh,
Eugene,
well, I'm talking like I was thinking like Happy Valley, Penn State, Michigan, Ohio State.
Eugene,
But that's Oregon. Oregon's beautiful. It's not a challenge to
Washington.
recruit. It's not a challenge to recruit on the West Coast. It's not a challenge to recruit in the Deep South. It's a challenge to recruit in the Midwest. But you have things, but Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, they have things going for them that the Iowas and Rutgers of the world don't, because of the pedigree of football at those places. The coaches that they can get. Kurt Ferentz at Iowa, they could fire him, blow it up, start over, bring in a whole new coaching staff, and be 5-7. Or they could stay with Kurt Ferentz and go 9-3, win the games that they're supposed to win, and every now and again knock off a Michigan, knock off an Ohio State, knock off a Penn State.
You
And
don't
back
need to remind me of, I think it's 2017 when we played them in Iowa City and we were number 3 in the country,
Mhm.
56-21.
So here are the 4 coaches on ESPN's hottest of hot. Mike
Okay.
Norvell at FSU, Luke
Not
Fickell,
surprised.
Wisconsin,
Yeah.
Dave Aranda at Baylor, and Mike Loxley in Maryland. Those are the 4 hottest of hot.
Well, when I heard about Loxley, I was listening to a podcast with people that are Maryland fans, and they're like, "Oh, Maryland made the right choice bringing back Mike Loxley." How many times in weeks last season, Brad, on our college football show, did we talk about that Mike Loxley was on the hot seat?
Right.
Didn't it feel like every week?
I was gonna say about every week we mentioned him. If they lost, it was like, yep, okay, when's the axe gonna come down? We're gonna get rid of him.
Norvell's gotta be on a very short leash.
Yes.
Very. And he thinks bringing in another quarterback out of the portal is going to work.
Well, see, that's been the thing with FSU, and I've talked to Knowles fans. I've got some friends that are FSU fans, and that's what they said. They haven't really developed a quarterback or recruited
Since
a quarterback
Jameis.
And it hasn't worked. It has not worked.
They tried the Thomas Castellanos experience. That didn't work.
Well,
you could have asked Boston College that.
When Jordan Travis got hurt, it kind of went downhill from there for Norvell. When Travis got hurt, that was the kind of the proverbial nail in his coffin, even though he's still there.
Yeah.
But yeah, if FSU doesn't make the playoff again this year, they go 5-7, he's gone. He's done.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Dion should be on the hot seat too.
Mm-hmm.
He's listed down on the list, but he's not on the hot seat. So
because he doesn't know how to manage quarterbacks.
Actually, if you go to ESPN.com, it says retirement watch, and though he's listed underneath that category, Dion, Kurt Ferentz at Iowa. You guys were just talking about him, and the other one, Bill Belichick in North Carolina. Those are the 3 they have.
Oh, Billy boy!
Retirement coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
What's the thing below that? Like, what's the one below hottest of hot?
The one below hottest of hot is um uh we want this to work. That is Shane Beamer at South Carolina.
Wait,
Bill
can you redo South Carolina again? And I will do it.
Go ahead.
Shane Beamer.
Right.
Bill O'Brien, and then those are the two in that category. Then it's going to cost us Lincoln Riley at USC. Progress needed is Jeff Lebby at Mississippi State. Then retirement watch is those three coaches there.
You
So
said who did you say before Levy?
before Lebby was Lincoln Riley for USC. So
Okay.
You know why? It's not the offense; it's the defense that keeps killing USC.
Yep.
That's right.
And that's something we talked about every week on our show last year, wasn't it, Brad?
And think of this: you're in a conference that's known for defense. You're in the Big Ten now. This ain't the Pac-12. You're in the division. You're in the conference of college football that's known for their defense. Has been for a long time.
Yep.
So
well, it's same with the Big 12.
Yeah.
What did we come to know, and I'm not going to say love, but like about the Big 12 back in the day? High scoring games, no defense. That's kind of
the
what the
Wild West, man.
Yeah, that's kind of what the new Pac-12 is going to be. With Oregon State and Washington State, and then all these other schools, and then I think I've said this 2 or 3 times, but why is Sacramento State in the MAC? Why? That makes no sense. Other than the cool rivalry they're going to have with Ball State, and people are already making memes of it. The Ball Sack Bowl.
Yes.
That's cool. I had a friend of mine who had a baby today. She's so happy. Yeah, she's so happy. Well, gentlemen, do you want to call it a show there? And
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we get off and talk about your show, bud.
All right. Enhanced Sports Show rolls on Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Number to call is 512-543-4662. Final Four this weekend, guys, men's and women's, so we're going to cover that. Also cover the NIT as well. First full week of the baseball season. I also got some NFL and some UFL news as well, and UFC, WWE wrestling. And of course, we're winding down the NBA NHL season, so we'll keep tabs on that. Also, your thoughts and comments. The idiot of the week. I think we know who that could be. Hint, hint. Sports trivia. This date in sports history. The inspiring story of the week. Our look at the standings and schedule for the month. And it's also Easter week and Passover. So if anybody's any Easter or Passover thoughts, feel free to bring them up. So don't forget, it's Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Number again, 512-543-4662 for the Enhanced Sports Show.
Cool. And like I said, I'll go ahead and wish a happy Easter or Passover to anyone that celebrates that out there. We will be back here next week, 8 p.m. again. It will be streaming live on YouTube.
Oh, dear.
I want to thank the men and women of our armed services and our first responders for doing what you do. I am the sports star, Bradley Walker. This has been the Walker Report. We are part of NGSC Sports, guys. Remember the website. It's ngscsports.com for all your current sports content. Till next Thursday, everyone, stay safe. Be cool. Peace.
Good night.
Prince, send it.
Send it.
And I will see you gentlemen next week.
Yep.
Okay.
See you next
See
week.
you Monday.
Right.
Yep.
I got out of here. Why do I